Welcome to Martin Survival. Today I want to explain some of the myths and the early Native American uses for the barrel cactus that grows here in the Mojave Desert. So stick around and let's get started. All right, so welcome back to Martin Survival. Now, the first thing I want to go over is some of the myths regarding this cactus. If you guys watch a lot of cowboy films, you'll see on some of them, a cowboy's wandering through the desert and he'll cut open the lid of this cactus and an abundance of water will start flowing to the surface and he'll drink it. Well, in reality, that's not true at all. What happens is if you do cut this lid off, you'll get a really mushy, pulpy content, and you got to really squeeze that mush to get very, very little water value. So you're pretty much wasting water and blowing through hydration, removing the top lid, and squeezing out that pulp content is really not going to replace your water loss. So your best bet is just to know how to find and locate fresh water in the desert, and then you can start treating that. So definitely one of the biggest myths regarding this cactus, and that's probably one of the most world's famous myths in the desert, is these cactuses hold quite a bit of water value. As a matter of fact, you'll even see it in some of the misleading survival books, I call it. But this cactus, believe it or not, does have quite a bit of uses. As you can see here, we have a lot of thorns, a lot of spines, and a lot of nasty parts with this cactus. But the Native Americans would use these for hundreds and hundreds of years. They would use it as a fish hook, a repair needle, a sewing needle. They would use it as a toothpick. They would even use it as a suture if they have a wound on their arm or any part of their body. They would use that to help sew themselves up. So definitely a lot of spines on here, and as you can see, they're definitely in an abundance, so we can harvest these if we need it out in the field. But what I want to go over right now is the edible parts of this cactus. So let's go ahead and cover that right now. As you can see here, we have lots of fruits that grow all over the top of it. And I'll pull out my handy multi-tool here. What we can do is we can harvest these fruits and we can roast them just as they are, completely whole, and that offers a good amount of food value to them. But what I like to do is I like to just harvest them just like this, and you can see on the inside we have seeds, black seeds, and we can eat them. So right now I'm going to have myself a little bit of a snack and a good desert treat here. So once we have our fruits harvested here, as you can see, you'll notice once again we have that little eye hole on the bottom of the fruit, and that's where we're going to tap and release these seeds, kind of like a chia head. So we just dump it upside down and we tap the fruit like that, and you'll see we have our food source. Now the fruits are high in vitamin A and vitamin C, so we can either cook these or boil these, and it's definitely a good resource if you're lost out in the field or you're living off of the land for extended amounts of time. So I'm just gonna go ahead and eat these right now. So we can eat them fresh. They are a little bit woody in taste. So we have some more here. I like these. They taste pretty good. So you see I'm just tapping on that head of the fruit, releasing the seeds, and eating them fresh. And you'd be surprised how much seeds each fruit contains. And when these are ripe, fruits grow all around the barrel cactus's head. So it's a great little food resource that you can find in the Mojave Desert. I like these things. Tap the last bit out. And once again, eat them fresh. So that's just about going to wrap things up for me today on the barrel cactus and some of the uses. I do appreciate you joining me for this video. I'm Jeff with martinsurvival.com, and we'll see you in the next one. Yeah, I got a few more here. Good.